Other one right here. Grizzly Man. Grizzly Man is part biography, part documentary, largely pieced together by documentarian Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog is, I want to say, he's a fairly well-known documentarian. He's done some other stuff. But this documentary focuses on Timothy Treadwell. Timothy Treadwell, he, I guess for a time, he was an aspiring actor, and then eventually he decided to move out to Alaska and live amongst grizzly bears in this already federally funded state park of some kind, you know, which is like a plot of land for grizzly bears to live on and, you know, procreate on and all that good stuff. And so he ends up living amongst them. I want to say like he ends up going out there for like a period of 4 or 5 years or something like that. Of course, like he would like stay out there for a certain amount of time before winter would hit, and then leave, and then come back again after winter. But so Timothy Treadwell, he recorded a lot of footage of himself. Most of it was him talking into the camera, and then you would see the grizzly bears in the background doing something, and then some of the footage was of him interacting with the bears, touching them, petting them, and also asserting his dominance. And because I guess from time to time the bears would test him to see if he was a friendly person or not so friendly person, which is understandable, you know, as and of course, unfortunately, Timothy Treadwell eventually died. He was attacked, killed, and I believe eaten by a grizzly bear. And that's not really a spoiler, because I mean they talk about it like pretty much halfway into the movie. Him and his girlfriend at the time were both killed by the same bear. So I mean that part is definitely tragic, and I mean for me I kind of like saw it like as, because with all the footage that Timothy Treadwell took, to me most of it came off as him kind of like auditioning to get his own nature show of some kind, and something like Steve Irwin, or you know, some kind of National Geographic thing, or that's how most of it came off to me. But then there's like extra other footage too, because I mean he would do like multiple takes, and which, you know, it was the actor in him that would come out, but then sometimes he would have these rants and have these long rants, and which he would just curse out society, and but I think that mostly had to do with him being frustrated over not making it as an actor, and supposedly like he had a chance to at a role to be on the show Cheers or something, and it's mentioned in the movie. His parents mention it, but I don't know if that's true or not. So, but it's definitely an interesting documentary. The one part of it that I found kind of off-putting was because they interview, I want to say the medical examiner or coroner, I don't know, whatever they're called. I don't know what the difference is, but anyways, the guy that examined Timothy Treadwell's remains, also his girlfriend's remains, when they interviewed him and he was talking, he came off as really awkward and kind of creepy, but also kind of hilarious. I mean, I guess it's kind of like you could really tell he's not used to talking to living people, or that's the only thing that I found off-putting about this documentary. Otherwise, everything else was interesting. I mean, ultimately, I admire Timothy Treadwell's passion for, his passion and enthusiasm for nature and wildlife, and also admire his adventurous spirit, and and regardless of what anyone else said, I mean, there was a lot of people. It seemed like there were a lot of people who really didn't want him to be there, living amongst those bears. But I mean, he did it anyways. It was like he didn't give a damn about what anyone thought. He just, he did what he felt. I guess not so much what he felt was necessary. Well, I mean, maybe kind of, but mostly he did what made him happy. He went out doing something that made him happy. So, I mean, we should all be so lucky. That's how I feel. That's obviously everyone has their own opinion when it comes to something like that. So, I guess overall I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, definitely a solid 8 out of 10. And I definitely recommend everybody watch this at least once. I mean, if you're looking for an interesting documentary to watch, or if you just want to watch something in between something else, or like you really don't know what else to watch. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix or not. The first time I watched it, it was on Netflix, and then I recently rewatched it, but I rented the DVD from my local library. So also on the DVD it includes extra stuff, extra content like deleted scenes and longer interviews and stuff, which I found interesting too. So yeah, I mean, either way, I still recommend everyone watch this at least once. So yeah, that'll do it for my review of Grizzly Man. Once again, I give it 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, till next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.